Get your Dune popcorn buckets out now because we have a cinematic matchup for the first game of the day. I wish that Hans Zimmer was a baseball fan and watched this channel so we could have a Hans Zimmer soundtrack for this game. Both Seattle and Houston are 84 and 69. J-Rod and Gino, they both launched home runs. Geno's went over the train tracks. By the way, I do want to mention that Julio, he's 4th in F4 in the second half, just behind Nick Kurtz and Shohei Ohtani. Also, Geraldo Perdomo leads everyone in the second half. By the way, look at Gino helping out on defense before going 425 feet for his 47th home run. Bryan Woo, he was loving it. He went, 5 shutout with 7 strikeouts, 1 base hit, but he came out for the 6th, and something is dearly wrong. He had a pec issue. I'm praying that he's going to be okay. The bullpen was disgusting. 2 base hits the rest of the way as Robles and Naylor made it a 4 home run game. By the way, Josh Naylor just became the 14th first baseman ever with a 2020 season. Perfect timing. He's a free agent after this year. The Mariners, they're back in first place. Like sole possession, they're not tied anymore. The AL West is not the only division in play right now. The Tigers, they just lost their 4th consecutive game, so the Guardians can get even closer. Morton, he got rocked by the Red Hot Braves offense. He walked Baldwin with the bases loaded. Albies made it 3-0 thanks to Ronald Acuña Jr. saying, F your stop sign, I'm going home. That's a 2-run single. Matt Olson, he's probably going to win Player of the Month if he keeps this up. That's an RBI double. And Ronald, he blasted off for his 18th home run. Charlie Morton got a whopping 4 outs or something like that. Torkelson, I'm going to tip my cap to this. He has 30 home runs yet again. And look at the Atlanta defense. They had web gems quite literally everywhere. And Bryce Elder might be back ever since I disrespected him and said that he should not be in the big leagues. He allowed 1 earned run over 6. He's gone 6+ with 1 earned run or fewer in 4 of his last 5 starts. Ha-Sung Kim, I'm telling you, the Braves are not fair with Kim at shortstop. He's up to 10 RBIs in 16 games as a Brave. I wonder if he's going to use this recent surge to opt out and say, hey, I deserve more money, even though I was bad and injured for the first half. Drake Baldwin now has 17 home runs, 18. I think he actually just went yard. So who's going to win Rookie of the Year? Cade Horton or Drake Baldwin? Come on, Guard Dogs. You got to win this ball game. They were 15.5 games back, and now they can get within 2.5. Bo Naylor has quite literally been prime Victor Martinez over the last few days. He drove in his first 2 of 4 RBIs. He has 10 RBIs his last 4 games. Parker Messick, he put the sick in his last name. He has saved the season because we traded away Shane Bieber. I thought that maybe we are going to kind of cave in, but this kid struck out 9 over 5 1/3. He has a 2 ERA his first 6 starts, and even though the Minnesota Twins tied it for a few, J-Ram and Manzo, they started a rally. J-Ram on the double. Manzo got intentionally walked. Why would you intentionally walk Manzo to get to Victor Martinez? Bo drove in 2 more. Kwani had a double. Angel Martinez did the same thing. The Guardians have won 8 games in a row. The only problem is now we're facing Joe Ryan and Bailey Ober, our kryptonite, I am afraid. But here's the thing. Cleveland, they're 2.5 games back of the Tigers, and they also have the season series advantage against the Tigers. They were 6-4 against them this year, but a Boston L can get them within a half game of the wild card. So if Boston wins, they'll be tied with the Astros in the wild card. Red Sox were taking on the Rays, and it was tied after 1.5. Carson Williams, this has to be one of the best feelings ever. The rookie just went yard off of Garrett Crochet, 331 feet, by the way. That was a short porch special. Bregman, he made it 2-2. That's his 18th home run, just his 2nd in the last 33 games. Now it's Yandy's turn. This is a back and forth roller coaster teeter-totter type game. It's 3-2 Rays after 6. Rafael, he got on for Duran. The broadcasters for the Rays thought that he was going to bunt. Nope, a 2-run moonshot. From there, the Red Sox completely ripped it open, and good thing too, wait for it. Eaton and Cedar Rafaela both drove in some runs. Then you had errors, bases loaded walks, bases loaded hit by pitches to get it to an 11 spot for the Red Sox. And look at this, Everson Pierra, he made it look not as bad. A grand slam in the 9th inning. Remember, he used to be a big-time prospect for the Yankees. He came into that bat 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts. So see, kids, never give up. The Red Sox, they're tied with the Astros at 1.5 games up on the Guardians. So we have a few more wildcard updates before we talk about Kershaw's final regular season start with the Dodgers. This is it for Reds fans. Okay, not really, but it sure feels like it. The Reds are on the verge of winning 3 in a row, and they're praying that the Cubs really let their foot off the gas because they've already clinched. Andujar, he has been an amazing pickup for the Reds. He's batting .350 with a near 160 OPS plus in a Reds uniform, and the Cubs are in fact not letting their foot off the gas. Dansby hit a home run, and Ian Happ, he is 1 double away from his 3rd straight 30-20 season. Matt McClain, at a kid, I almost wanted to clap for some reason because I'm a Matt McClain fanboy because he's a fellow short king like me. I think he's 5'8" on a good day. Him and Volpe have had some some weird seasons because they've been bad, but also Volpe might go 20-20, and McClain has 15 home runs and 17 stolen bases, so still somewhat productive fantasy-wise. Matt Shaw, the Cubs are just straight up mean. It is 4-2. Spencer Steer, the man who rakes, the third home run of the day for the Reds. I think they had 3 hits to this point, all of them left the yard. TJ Friedl, he tied it. It is 4-4 in the 6th inning, and the man who rakes raked again. Spencer Steer is the first Red to 20. He actually beat Elly de la Cruz. Steer has 8 RBIs his last 3 games. Elly, he just missed the first to 20 by a few innings. He ended the drought. That's his first home run in 43 games. He is the second Red to 20. Emilio Pagan now has 28 saves. The Reds are cooking. They're winners of 3 in a row. If Arizona wins this game, they will stay tied with the Reds at 2 games back. Taijuan Walker's on the bump. It's already 1-0. Ketel Marte, he stunted on this home run. Blaze Alexander, he made it 2-0. And wait, I had no idea that Alec Bohm was back in the lineup. There was a hit and run. Marsh, he's on the move, so he's going to score easy on this RBI double. Harrison Bader, he has been honestly a monster this year. I feel like I can say that. He's been a monster. 17 home runs with a near 130 OPS plus. Great defense. He's batting .340 as a Philly, so he's getting better. Weston Wilson, he just gave the Phillies a lead. And Castellanos, we have a milestone home run. He has 250 home runs, a buttload of doubles as well. That was a 3-run for the lead. Alec Bohm's big return continued. He had a 2-run flare for a 3 RBI game. Castellanos secured a 4th RBI, so the Diamondbacks, they're now behind the Reds at 3 games back. The Diamondbacks have dropped 2 games in a row. The Giants are also in danger of losing 2 in a row, which would push them 4 games back of the final wildcard spot, which is getting a little bit too much. We'll talk about the Mets game right after this, as well as the Padres, because there's a lot of playoff implications with those games. Kershaw's final regular season start, it was a sold-out stadium, and it was kind of cool to see JV in the other dugout. Elliot Ramos completely ruined the vibes. I mean, this was rude as hell. Just a loud home run for the first real swing of the game. Here's the thing, though. Miguel Rojas, he tied it for the Dodgers, and it actually ended up being 2-1 in the 5th because Wilmer drove in a run. But Kershaw, he struck out 6 over 4 1/3. Now, he did get some help on the final pitch that he threw. This ball was way down Devers. I feel like he kind of knew that, hey, it was Kershaw's last pitch. They were just tipping the cap to a GOAT. We have more tipping of the cap. This is from Clayton Kershaw. Obviously, he's getting a standing ovation, hugging everyone as he comes off the mound. Ohtani, he celebrated with a, I don't even really know how he hit this baseball, a lefty-lefty opposite field home run. The bat flip was awesome. He has 51 home runs. He's a runaway MVP right now. By the way, this is Fuzzy from the future. I had to correct this. He has 52 home runs. My bad. Mookie made it back-to-back for his 20th. Tanner Scott did not fold. He has 22 saves. The Dodgers, they just clinched a playoff berth. The Mets are losing already. This is like Christmas coming early for Reds, Diamondbacks, and Giants fans. Also, was there a full moon out yesterday? We had defensive miscues all over the place. Now, fast forwarding, it is 4-2 after a Pete Alonso RBI. It's 4-4. The Mets are coming back. El Troll, he evened the score. He's been awesome, even though he's had that thumb injury. Lindor, he line went to left field, and we have another Nationals error. They had 3 errors in this game. He's actually, I think I can say this, he's been awful. Even Nationals fans would agree with me. That home run derby kind of broke him. The Mets, they were rubbing the apple like a magic genie lamp, and it worked. Soto, he connected. He hit it to the apple. I think he has a new career high of 42 home runs. He also stole his 34th bag in this game. CJ Abrams, my lord, he dented this baseball. But the Mets, they ran it up to 12. So much for any change in the wild card, at least in the National League. The Mets, they've won 2 in a row. They're still 2 games up on the Reds, and we know that they're 3 games up and 4 games up on a couple other teams. What about the Padres? So we know that they're just ahead in the wild card over the Mets, but they're still trying for that NL West crown. We've already seen the Dodgers win. San Diego is taking on Dylan Cease's old team. I think this is his first ever start in Chicago in a non-White Sox uniform. Miguel Vargas tagged him. He said, "Welcome back, buddy." He has 31 doubles and 15 home runs. Thankfully for Cease, Luis Arraez and Ryan O'Hearn, they got it back to an even score. But then Curtis Mead, the former Rays super prospect, he delivered. And then Will Robertson, every time I say that name, I think of Meet the Robertsons. For some reason, it's 4-2 because there was a rocket seed from Tatis. Freddie Fermin has to scoop and catch this baseball. It was a costly mistake because that 4th run was the entire difference. Sheets, he would have tied it on this RBI ground out. Instead, the Padres, I mean, this is a bad strike him out, throw him out. Grant Taylor is discussing, the former LSU teammate of Paul Skeens. He has 49 strikeouts in 33 innings. This was his 5th save. Like I said in the intro, the Royals put up 20 on Max Scherzer and the juggernaut Jays. The Jays, they were trying to get their 90th win. I mean, Springer hit his 30th. It seemed like it was going to happen. He's going to finish top 4 or 5 in MVP, by the way. But Bobby, he answered with the quickness. Vinny then cashed him Bobby after he stole his 37th bag. There was a Jays pitching coach moment. He got ejected. I mean, You can't argue with this. Salvi ripped a 3-run tater. He has 30 home runs on the season. He is 5 RBIs away from his third 100 RBI season. Michael Massey, he hit a 2-run home run. That is a 7 spot in the first inning off of Mad Max. Carter Jensen, this guy has been Jacob Marcy for the Royals. He had 3 doubles in this game. He has 7 extra base hits and 9 RBIs in his first 12 big league games. He's coming off winning the Royals Minor League Player of the Year. Skipping to a fellow rookie, Jack Caglione, we have a 3-run jack off of the catcher, Tyler Heineman, who gave up 13 runs. Honestly, I kind of feel bad. I'm not going to show all 20 because it's a positional player. It's not impressive at all. The Royals, they're 7 games back with 8 games left in the season. A lot has to happen, but again, technically, they're still alive. The Yankees have to capitalize on the Jays losing their 3rd straight game. It'll be down to a 2-game deficit if they can beat the Orioles after that Jays L. Only problem is Trevor Rogers has been prime Cliff Lee this year. I'm not joking. So he started off this game against the Yankees by striking out the side. Mountcastle, he hit a long home run, a 422-foot moonshot, all while Rogers ended up going 6 scoreless with 1 base hit allowed. I think he went 4 or 5 innings, no hit. He had 7 strikeouts as well. So when you have Rogers, Bradish, Wells, all looking elite to end the season, and maybe Grayson Rodriguez not needing Tommy John, Orioles in 2026 are going to be good. I'm just saying it. The Yankees, man, this was a stinker. Will Warren, I don't know what the effort was. Maybe he was just distracted by a broken bat. He whiffed a chopper. Jazz, he flipped it past Goldie. So Mountcastle, he gets a free RBI sac fly. Samuel, he now gets an RBI fielder's choice. Will Warren, he was not happy in the dugout. It's 3-0. And just like that Freddie for me mistake, the mistakes cost the Yankees a W. Jazz hit a 2-run home run. He is the 3rd Yankee ever to have a 30-30 season. Gunnar had a double, so yeah, this game is now out of reach. As Keegan Aiken now has 8 saves on the year, the Yankees are 3 games back, but again, the Orioles, they're really planting some seeds for 2026 and beyond. What in the world happened to the Rangers? They just dropped their 5th in a row, so it was 1-0 Rangers after a swinging bunt, but fast forwarding to the 7th, the light-hitting slap hitter, well, he's not really a slap hitter per se, Javier Sanoja, he ambushed a first pitch slider. He's got some pop in that bat. That was directly down the middle, though. To the 10th inning we go. Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards, they made it 3-1 Marlins. And things, they're about to get rowdy. Rowdy Tellez with a 2-run game tire. This game actually needed 12 innings. Jacob Marcy, he plated Agustin Ramirez, so rookie driving in another rookie. By the way, Marcy has 25 extra base hits, 31 RBIs, and 12 stolen bases his first 47 games. Navarreto and Myers, they got it to a 6th spot as Adolis Garcia, his putrid, stinky season continued. He rolled over a 271 on base for Adolis. That is awful. The Rangers are now 5 games back for the wild card. The Marlins, they're 30-29 in the second half. St. Louis is also 5 games back of a wild card spot. Nootbaar, he drove in the first run, but he did get caught in a rundown to bail out Mizorowski. Jacob Mizorowski has been bad in the second half, and he gave the Cardinals a bunch of free base runners. No RBI for Jordan Walker, but it's 2-0. Sal Frelick, I guess that he put on some weight. I didn't realize that he actually put on a ton of weight, like muscle weight over the offseason. He had 5 home runs his first 2 seasons. He has 12 this year alone. The Cardinals are bailing out Miz again. The second strike him out, throw him out of the video. We know that the first one was back in that Padres game. Miz, he only lasted 3 2/3. I guess he might be moving to the bullpen, and his bullpen was a fat yikes. Arenado, he ripped one down the line and cleared the bases with a 3-run double. Thomas Saggese, he traded places for another RBI extra base hit, and Jordan Walker, he drove in the 7th run for the Cardinals. By the way, I do have to point out that Jacob Mizorowski, after taking this L, now has a 5.5 ERA in the second half, and a lot of people on social media are saying that this is punishment from the baseball gods for MLB making him an all-star after, what, a handful of starts? We have a lot of bad, air quote, bad teams in baseball making a ton of progress lately, and the A's, they're for sure in that conversation. Jack, he threw out a pitch to his son Jacob. So Jack Wilson, if you guys did not know, he's the dad of Jacob Wilson. He is one of the greatest defenders of all time. I'm not even joking. One of the best defenders ever. I'll talk about that more in a second because the A's did not care that they were down by 3. First name Nick, last name Kurtz. He hit this baseball 43 degrees up. The launch angle is just insane. He has 33 home runs with 81 RBIs and a 177 OPS plus in 109 games, and he has a 5.1 WAR already. The Law Dog, he made Mitch Keller pay dearly for missing his spot. Lawrence Butler has 21 home runs, which is good for 5th on the team. Sodi has 24. Rooker, Shea, and Kurtz, they all have 30 plus. Jay Willie, like his dad, showing off the defense. Jack Wilson is one of the best defenders ever. I mean, if you are bored, go look at his Baseball Reference, because I know that DRS wasn't really a thing back then, but according to Baseball Reference, he saved over 130-something runs. But of course, because Gold Glove voting was so stupid last year, he never actually won hardware. A double play seals it. The A's are 32-24 in the second half. Michael the fish. Mike is 1 home run away from 400. He has been Honus Wagner. I refuse to say Honus. He's been that in Coors Field. I mean, look at his career stats. Trouty, he put a charge into 1. That was a 405-foot lineout. I was watching live with Cougs46, a Angels diehard. I wanted this for him so bad, but yeah, that would have been gone at Angel Stadium, not Coors. Hunter Goodman, he's been insane. That's an RBI triple. He has 88 RBIs and a 130 OPS plus. Big shout out to Christian Moore and Denzer Guzman. They both homered again. This is the second time this week that they've homered in the same game. Moore has 4 home runs his last 9. It's 3-3 after a Tyler Freeman RBI. Blaine Crim, he wants more, but Bryce Teodosio said Teonosio. Trout's up again. Come on, another charge. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That would have been a home run in 7 different stadiums. Krim, he added a sac fly to make it 6-4 after Shanuel 2-run double. Moncada had a sac fly, so there was just trading of runs. When Brenton Doyle clutched up, he had an RBI to tie it. He stole his 17th base, and that set up an Ezekiel Tovar game-winning sac fly. The Bryce Teodosio error was honestly decided. There was a lot of game-deciding mistakes in this recap. Victor Vodnak, he slammed the door for his 9th save. He's nasty. And there we have it, another recap in the books. I gotta go watch some baseball. It is anarchy right now, so make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, especially if you're brand new. Do not miss out on any of these videos to end the season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe.
Wilson, Perdomo smothers it, long throw, got him! Here's Logan O'Hoppe, oh, and a play by Tovar, and get him at first.